Kia ora koutou and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shawna and I'm a Kiwi girl currently living here in France. This video is just an introduction into what brought me here to the land of wine and cheese and why I'm so passionate about sharing this channel with you all. So from the start, I moved to France in October 2012 with my fiance Leka. We are both originally from Wellington, New Zealand, and we made the move over as Leka had just signed a professional rugby contract. I was 21 and Leka had just turned 23, and when we think back to those days, we always crack up because we were so young and we really didn't know much about the real world. We had been dating for under a year when he asked me to follow him, and I had only ever lived at home with my family. Leka had flatted for like 4 months with his friends in New Zealand, but before that he had only ever lived at home as well. Like most people who move away from home, we were beyond blessed to meet 2 New Zealand families that took us in and literally became like our older brothers and sisters. One of the families is the Toulot family, Kayla and Alex, who had lived in France around 3 years before we arrived, and the other is the Hape family, Liana and Chantain, who had been living in England for 10 years but was spending their first year in Montpellier like us. If I listed all the things these guys did for us, I'd be here all afternoon. They supported us financially, emotionally, and just with an unconditional love that only family can. We never felt unwelcomed or unwanted, and we'll always appreciate everything they did for us. The other person who supported us with our goals and kept us on track was Leka's French rugby agent, Yazid. That first year and all the years that followed were made easy because of these families, and we will always be super, super grateful. So, over our 7 years here, we've lived in 3 different cities. We have done numerous French language courses, moved homes, learnt about French paperwork, and all the in-betweens. The idea for this channel came to me a few months ago after realizing the lack of step-by-step information there is for us foreigners in France. One of my current favorite sayings is, "Knowledge is power," and I couldn't think of a better way to do my part and shed some light on the processes and just day-to-day grind of living over here. My journey to understand how things work here has been tough. It's taken me 7 years of tears, frustration, and stress to learn how to do most things independently and to get used to the customer service or non-existent customer service sometimes. I've learned that everyone's experiences are different, and even if a friend may say something was easy for them, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be easy for me. I've learned that it honestly depends on the client services representative you get on the day and whether they can be bothered helping you or not. Before I had the level of French I have now, if I had a bad vibe about the person, I would literally go back in another day or time to try and get someone else's help. Or I'd just go back in with my partner Leka. It honestly sounds ridiculous even saying that out loud, but people change so much when I go in with him compared to when I go in alone. Not right, but it's facts. This is my goal with this channel, to help you get to understand and know these processes, to have the confidence to do them yourselves. One of my top tips I give you about French administration is, once you find that one person from Orange or EDF or the lady at the prefecture who goes out of their way for you and wants to help, make sure you, 1, remember their name, 2, save their email and get their contact information. These people aren't always easy to find, but are essential in making your life easier. That is the secret. Thanks for joining me today, and subscribe and like this video if it gives you the feels. Matewa, see you soon, and bonne journée.